To Adu and the Guru. A wonderful Monday morning. It's now 43 minutes past the hour of 9, and we are getting straight into it after that musical, shall I say, introduction from T.Y. Bello. The land is green. There are lots of green things to talk about today. We'll let you know all of it in the menu. Of course, you can join the conversation in the meantime by using our WhatsApp platform to let us know your thoughts. WhatsApp line for the station still remains the same, 0809-234-5913. Later on in the course of the show, we're going to open up the phone lines for you to call in and participate and join us, and let's get talking. Well, of course, without further ado, allow me to introduce to some and present to others the man with the historical perspective, the editor at large of the newsguru.com, and, like I always say, the man who is kind-hearted as well as adept in the wisdom of the sages, talking about none other than Mr. Godwin Etakibuebu, a.k.a. the Guru. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Adu. How are you?
I'm very fine this lovely Monday.
Now that you have teamed me with what do you call them? The sages or what?
Oh, yes.
Hey.
I was speaking to someone last week. Yeah. The person was like,
Go on.
The person was telling me, was like, Adu, how do you, I'm sure when you listen to the Guru, you just put your hand on your chin and just... The man knows so much about what happened in 1972 and 1981 and 1954. And I'm like, well, that's part of the perks of working with the Guru.
We thank God. We thank God for everything. And I do. I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And of course, you know, this is my program. Yeah?
Yes, it is.
I have to give instruction. Before we go into anything at all, help me look for that very good music on bad day. Make your choice. You know, mine will not go more than the old timers. Ebenezer will be, Sonia this, no, but look for a very, very good one that befit our generation, the younger generation, our generation, the younger generation, please. Okay. Help me get it. Without that, I'm speaking no word.
Okay, I will get it. You want me to play it now?
Yes, right away.
Okay, I'm going to play it now.
You are welcome back. Have you listened to that? I believe in the class of those who said, blow your trumpet. Because in this world, if you don't blow your trumpet, nobody is standing by there to blow it for you. So you have a responsibility to blow your trumpet. But blow it wisely, blow it usefully, blow it with the fear of God. On this, I have a biblical backing. The madman of Gandra, Jesus called him. This was the man that had about legion of demonic spirits living in him. Of course, Jesus said that the spirit should, and they asked, our time is not yet come, but Jesus commanded them and told them to go into the sea, and of course the swamps that were there all destroyed, destroying the economy of the people for this man to be healed. But that's not the story here. The story is that the man decided immediately. Here was a madman that no chain could hold him, because once you put the handcuff, you put the chain, they break it to pieces. He would use the stones to cut himself. He became Lord over the grave and every spirit in the grave. But he told Jesus Christ, no, I am following you straight away. Jesus said, no, go and tell your people what I've done. Jesus sent him into the field of evangelism. It means he should go and tell the people what he has done. That is a way to me of blowing your own trumpet. It's a way of advertising what you have done. And of course, to the lepers that came, Jesus told them, go, show yourself to the high priest. It's a way of telling the people that look what happened. It's advertising. So if I don't blow my trumpet, who will blow it for me? I will blow my trumpet. I will blow it well, but with modesty, with fear and honor to God, with decency to humanity. So the music you just heard now is celebrating my own Adu Ayeni, the only and only one Adu Ayeni, because yesterday was 26th of September. The difference between Adu and the Guru is that Adu was born on the 26th. The Guru was born on the 26th. While Adu went to September, the Guru remains in July. That makes the difference. In the year, you know, we are youth together. So Adu was 20. Yesterday was Adu's birthday. A new glorious chapter opened his life. I have prayed for him this morning, and every prayer I gave him is stamped. It's an authority because I spoke as the oracle of God upon his life, and so shall it be. So all of you out there, please help me to celebrate the only one and the only one, Adu Ayeni.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you. I feel very honored. Adigwe guy, although is feeling jealous here, he says, Guru, my birthday was on Saturday, on the 25th. I hope the song is inclusive of me as well.
No problem. Since you paid for the advert.
Adigwe guy, you have to see me in camera.
Since you have paid for the advert, Adigwe guy, I hope you've done that. Okay, Adigwe guy is coming to this studio on
Monday.
On Monday, 4th of October. Are you coming? You are coming with what? Okay, to launch Friends of the Guru. Okay, no problem. And since you pay for this, let us see that Adu will not forget you, because you sent the mail to, you sent the WhatsApp message, the chat to Adu, not to the Guru. And you know, because the Guru doesn't know how to read. All right, let's go straight away to historical perspective. There are several questions I would ask that Nigeria should help me to forcefully, not force of F-A-L-S-E, no. Force of F-O-R-O-C-E. Powerfully drag Ebele Goodluck Jonathan, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not to ask him whether he's going to APC or not. If he goes there, why don't you leave him? That is, he's going to meet his Waterloo there. That is not an issue. But to explain to Nigerians 7 items, I want to read the 7 items out. Please, Nigerians, help me immediately after reading them out. Let us pursue the man called Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Whichever place you can catch up with him, you catch up with him faster in Abuja than in Ogwea, his village. But he must come to explain this to Nigerians. He owes this explanation. 1. Goodluck Jonathan need to explain to Nigeria how he managed to pay fuel subsidy and yet sold fuel at 86 naira per litre. He paid fuel subsidy and yet he was selling fuel 86 naira per litre. He need to explain to Nigeria. Yes, he owes that explanation. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan need to explain to Nigerians how he managed to control our borders and yet a bag of rice was sold for 8,000 naira. 3. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan need to explain to Nigerians how he managed to build 17 federal universities in 17 states in Nigeria. 4. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan need to explain to Nigerians how he managed to build emergency schools in all the northern local governments. 5. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan need to explain to Nigerians how he managed to hold at exchange rate $1 to 165 naira for 4 years. Let me repeat that. 165 naira was buying $1 for 4 years. How he managed to do that, he need to explain to Nigeria. Yes. Number 6. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan need to explain to Nigeria how he managed to put Nigeria economy to be number 1 in Africa. We need these answers from Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. He owes us this. Please let us force him to come and explain this to us. You want me to run through them for the importance of it? Bedding backwards of the ostrich is to know the historical path he passed to the point he was. So because you cannot chart your future if you don't look into your past. For that reason, which was one of the greatest irony at the time that history was removed from Nigeria school curriculum, became the greatest disaster of all times. I wouldn't know if it has been reverted back or not. But the 6 items quickly are explained. He has to explain to Nigeria how he managed to pay subsidy and yet software at 86 naira per litre. He has to explain to Nigeria how he managed to control our borders and yet a bag of rice was sold for 8,000. The bag of rice is now going for about 30,000. He needs to explain to Nigeria how he managed to build 17 federal universities in 17 states in Nigeria. He needs to explain to Nigeria how he managed to build the mandatory schools in all the northern local governments. He needs to explain to Nigeria how Nigerians how he managed to hold down $1 at 165 naira for 4 years. He must explain to Nigeria how he managed to put Nigeria's economy to be number one in Africa. All right, end of historical perspective. Please, if it is not enough food for you for thought, then I don't know the food I should provide anymore. Bye-bye. Adu, let's go straight away.
All right, on the menu today, we have also 5 salient points that we'll be discussing this morning. Let me start from the very first. Calling Nigeria giant of Africa deceptive. Sanusi is the one who made that assertion. It's from the Punch newspaper. We'll be looking at that story. Another menu, number 2, Buhari. We are making progress in tackling Nigeria's security challenge, speaking at the 76th UN General Assembly. And the This Day newspaper has that story covered. On menu number 3, NYSC admits pamphlets contain advice on ransom payment and begins probe. The Premium Times has that story. We shut borders, to eat what we grow, curb smuggling. Buhari is the one speaking, and he tells the Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, and that is on the Vanguard newspaper. Last but not least, menu number 5, 2023, with Osibajo Zulum ticket, APC would win election before 12 noon. Not a prophet, but Gololo speaking, and that is from the Daily Post.
Thank you very, very much. Straight away to action. Calling Nigeria giant of Africa deceptive. I had to go to the dictionary and look at the word deceptive. And of course, the dictionary could not show me any other thing beyond what I know of deception, of deceive, of deceit, of deliberately treating what is true not to be true, or what is a lie not to be a lie. Then I came to the conclusion. Why would Sanusi Lamido come to this point by saying calling Nigeria giant of Africa is a lie, is to deceive people, is to turn the truth around, is to turn the truth upside down, is to face the truth on the head down. Maybe you appreciate this man's statement more if you know little of the man. Sanusi Lamido had his bad parts of life, like every other human being. But maybe he has his own loaded. Oh yes. I don't want to go into that this morning. I could read to you, he did this at this time, he did this at this time. But on the scale of balancing, Sanusi Lamido happened to be a man that would never shy away from the truth. I remember in the year 2014, it was February. Which day of the week was that? I have forgotten. Maybe February 7th or 8th or thereabout. I met with the man. He was then CBN governor. There was something a friend of his told him that, let me bring you a man. He can solve this problem within a jiffy. Then I was invited, and I was his house. I think the appointment was for 12 midnight. So I was there about 11:45 hours. Then I listened to him with the whole issue. We were 4 sitting there that day. One of the 4 happened to be a director with the CBN then. Himself sat, I was there sitting, and the other person happened to be a member of House of Representatives then. I'm not measuring names here today. And I listened to the man, and the man spoke. I've heard him, I've read him, I've seen him on TV, but this was the first time we were sitting one-on-one. And of course, the two others were just observers. So the talk was left between himself and myself. After listening to him, then he said, "You can speak, sir." He used that very language, "You can speak, sir." Then I spoke. Then he opened the second chapter of his speech by saying that, how come that we are so loaded with this type of knowledge of calling things to the... Then I told him, that was how I ought to have started my statement, by respecting you and your brain. You are brilliant. There was no doubt about it. So the man is brilliant. When it comes to calculation of days, figures, at times that borders on economic movement, oh my good God, he must be the best pilot to move any plane that is loaded with knowledge all over. For example, he gave a few examples here why we should not be deceiving ourselves by saying Nigeria is still the giant of Africa. He gave first example. He asserted that neighboring Ghana is now attracting industries, which, don't forget, Dunlop, these all relocated from Nigeria today. Even Dunlop relocated before the emergence of Buhari first coming. And since when Buhari come, by the grace of the God of recession and many other gods, which are not palatable to be mentioned early in the morning before you have your
breakfast.
They had relocated to front. He said, Ghana president has become the leading president in Africa. What brought the ban of Twitter? The one initiated by people like Elijah Muhammad, Patami, and others. Because they were the one who initiated it. Patami, majorly one of them. Was it because Twitter was looking for establishment of a place in Africa and chose Ghana ahead of Nigeria? And devil broke loose. If the president of Ghana can be doing everything to attract, and the president of Nigeria is doing everything to detract, by telling another president that we close our border so that we can eat, and if we did not do it, it would have been more disaster. Which border was closed? The day you close the border, every type of rice from every part of the world, they were coming in. Some were even passing through the village of Mr. President in Katsina. I don't know if you still remember what that House of Representative member told you, how he went to monitor and saw how this rice and everything were passing through. So who therefore should be the leading president in Africa? Must he still be president of Nigeria because Nigeria has given the name? Okay, maybe what Nigeria has become today, which by the grace of God, I speak authoritatively as oracle of God this morning, Nigeria shall rise again.
Amen.
But today, what is Nigeria? The fallen giant of Africa.
Well, the vice president, when he was speaking yesterday, was echoing a different side of this story when he said Nigeria remains the shining star in Africa.
Yes.
When he was speaking at the 61st Independence anniversary
the anniversary
service.
Yes. Yes. What else will he say? The name remains. Like as I said the other day, if you are passing through, those of us who grew up in the villages, in the bush, in the forest, then you now see a mango tree with one seed up there. Mm-hmm. Right. In the village, either you climb to go and break it down, or you use stick to bring it down. And probably by the time you tear the mango, then you saw that it's rotten inside. Does that remove from the fact that it was not ripe?
No.
So today, he gave another example. He gave an example that why Nigeria is still sticking to crude oil, which is fast depleting from world economic instrument, at a time that better air, fine atmosphere, It's been sorted. The world is already embracing technology. For that reason, Nigeria therefore cannot be giant of Africa. It's what we are still pursuing is nothing but a product that is depleting from world economy. Okay. Why other countries are investing on education? Don't forget, a Chinese proverb says, if you want to plant for a year, plant what? Help me, Nadu.
Well, I don't speak Mandarin, so...
If you want to plant for 10 years, plant a tree. But if you want to plant for lifetime, educate your child. Now, if the world has shifted, knowing the value of education that it holds the future, like Peter Obi will articulate for Nigerians and we will never listen, that why don't that it has come to be known that within the next 10, 15 years, the world will need 34 million medical doctors, those in paramedical, doctors, nurses, technologists within the medical. So what are we supposed to do? If we cannot focus our attention, even if it is already derivable from diaspora, to now place our schools of technology, medical hospitals, medical schools, place them strategically and face the place with of the 34 million that will be needed very urgently, that the world will be willing to pay highly for. If Nigeria can't do that, Nigeria should be able to grab between 4 to 7 million of it. And in return, returns of diasporas from overseas will give you more than. So you will discover that the money you will derive from diasporas will give you over what this oil is not giving to you. While the oil is polluting the air, the oil is making atmosphere unnecessary, the oil is encouraging all the type of stealing from Niger Delta that 6 trillion went into where nobody could. The oil that's now making every Nigeria top official becoming a thief. Those that are not even born a thief want to become thief. Because if you don't belong, because the larger Nigerian society, larger, in quote, belongs to the camp of rob my back, I rob your back. They are members of the You Shop, I Shop political party of Nigeria. You remember, there was a time a political party like that was launched in this country. You've forgotten?
I haven't forgotten.
Most of them are members of that political party. Either in proxy or what? Instead of this, why don't we do it? So those who are becoming the future giants of the world, they are those investing in education. Not those that are closing down schools, either tacitly, tactically, directly, or indirectly. Not those that are telling you that there is no shortage of medical doctors in Nigeria. And within 100 days, how many medical doctors were employed from Nigeria?
Over 300.
Within 100 in United Kingdom. These things are not lies. Go to the United Kingdom, visit the hospitals. You will be so amazed that most of their professionals, the best day that the society of those places respect, they are all Nigerians. It became so attractive that Saudi Arabia moved their agency from whichever place Saudi Arabia is to Abuja. They have been recruiting them with ticket. And DSS had to go there with the aim of, first of all, disorganizing them. Did the Chris Igege not tell you that there was no shortage of medical doctors in Nigeria? If there were surplus, let the surplus go there. But Nigeria will not do anything like that. How can Nigeria still be the giant of Africa? I cannot go on talking and talking and talking. Now, only 8, according to Salusi Lamido Salusi, only 8 of 100 primary school pupils in Nigeria go to the next level. All the remaining ones are dropout. Boko Haram came and Boko Haram said Western education is a haram. And the federal government of Nigeria is tacitly agreeing, tacitly, indirectly agree with Boko Haram. What do we have? Shutting down of higher institutions, of secondary school in most states from the north central, the north, what have you. What are those ones? Meaning no school, no education. I cannot sit here and read out everything that Salusi said, but he never disappointed me. The only accusation against that guy is that he talks too much. Maybe in that, two of us are similar. Because I cannot see if I close my mouth. Or because somebody is threatening my life. Are you the one who created me that he can threaten my life? But even a backing of those, you are just accelerating your own death. Because God will tell you that those people that I put in position like that, I'm the one. So you want to, okay, God, the Bible says in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 9, or is it verse 9? It says, God kill it. God preserved alive. God make it alive and God kill it. So if you are pursuing an anointed of God for a special purpose, God created these people for different purposes and sent them an errand. You are now trying to touch the apple of God's eye. So Salusi, Lamido Salusi, that man is great. And when he gives you figure, please cross-check before you start your doubt. I will do something. This is a promise. By the grace of God, the analysis of Salusi, Lamida Salusi, he was making this analysis in Kaduna.
Yes.
In what El Rufai, you know, El Rufai with him, I'll be friends from teenage. I learned that they came together at the age of 13 or thereabout. What I will do, please, listeners, you know my website, www.godwintheguru.com. I repeat it again, www.godwintheguru.com. By 1500 hours today, which is what we call 3 p.m., I would have uploaded the whole of this discussion on the website. So go there. It's free. You are not paying any money. You go there to download. Let it become your property. Now, that's that. Buhari, we are making progress in tackling Nigeria's security challenge. It's part of his speech at the United Nations General Assembly, the 76th meeting of the United Nations General Assembly. I cannot sit here and tell my president that, you told lies. Neither do I have the authority to say, no, you said what is true. But I think I call on Nigerians to go and read all his speech, not just portion of it, and see and give the evaluation. Let the evaluation of the president's speech to the United Nations Organization General Assembly, 76 General Assembly, become property of, let all of us go there. He is our president. I keep saying this. It is your vote, my vote, that brought him to power. He is your employee, he is my employee. Please don't shy away from this. Don't allow any person to intimidate you. Either Shehu Gaba, Big Gaba Shehu, either is Shehu or no Shehu. Don't let them intimidate you. People like Femi Adesina who just wake up on the wrong side of the day and be speaking like prophets of darkness as if he were still in darkness. Don't let them intimidate you. Don't let the DSS intimidate you. You are the employer of President Muhammadu Buhari. He is your employee. You pay his house rent because the villa is your money. You put him there. And everything he uses in the villa, including the water he drinks, the pepper with which his soup is cooked, even the toilet roll, you purchase everything. So you have the right to hold President Muhammadu Buhari to account. His accountability must be towards you. So as long as you don't know him to be this, that is your employee, then you would have been sleeping on your rights, as the lawyer would say. So evaluate the statement and see if actions are being matched with words, let me just stop it there. Then, National Youth Service Corps admits preface contained advice on ransom payment begins probe. I need to cough.
A little bit.
A little bit. Please don't give me a cup of water. I don't need any cup of water. Let us go to this item. What actually happened? I want to know what actually happened. You don't have the story on your screen there.
I do.
Can you read the first?
Well, in what appears to be a bold volte-face, the authorities of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, have admitted that copies of its pamphlet containing security tips for staff and Corps members containing the embarrassing clause that advises Corps members to prepare for ransom payment if abducted.
Okay, hold it there. Why I want you to read it, because my inability to read, I don't know how to read. I want you to read it. My respect for the premium times is first among equals, because when he does his job, like as President Ibrahim Babangida once said, that if you give Muhammad Gambo an assignment, he said, trust him, he goes for the key. When Premier Times goes for an assignment, it goes for the key. The language here is that bold vote face. You know the meaning of that?
No.
What are the issues? The issues is that one of the pamphlets that came from NYSC, their guidelines, something is written. Let me go and pick it. The handbook, which is titled Security Awareness and Education Handbook for Corps members and staff, on its pages 56, advise both Corps members and staff traveling on high-risk roads to alert their family members, friends, and colleagues to have someone on hand to pay off the ransom that could be demanded in case they are kidnapped. The document lists such roads to include Abuja Kaduna, Abuja Lokoja Okene, or Aba Port Harcourt roads. The document is produced by Washcon Security Consultancy Services, a private security outfit in collaboration with the headquarters of the National Youth Service Corps. What is said is that the NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, printed, circulated, and advised that you who is going to serve arrival from university, that want to go and serve your fatherland, and you staff of NYSC, if you are passing to, they listed the most insecure roads in Nigeria that are prone to or defending kidnapping from acts of terrorism or banditry or the latest unknown gunmen. If you are passing through this road, it is good for you to tell somebody, notify somebody, your family, notify your family, and equally notify your family to prepare for eventuality in case if you are kidnapped. And put your family at alert or put your family on notice, as the lawyers will say. The person that should be speaking with, in case you are not abducted, in case you are kidnapped. Put your family on notice and let your family agree on who will be the spokesman. So if you are taking them, so mention this person because he will be the pre-agreed spokesman. And the booklet, the pamphlet spoke very, very good. Many other things, including don't try to become a hero by trying to escape. Don't provoke their anger. Be very, very friendly with them. Make yourself available. Let it be known that you are obeying all the instructions they are giving to you. Don't tell them where you work, but instead tell them the name of the people, mostly prearranged, which was all this pamphlet considered most proportionate, so that your days in captivity will be short. Not only that, so that you can return back as you went, because you went with your 2 legs. Because they will bring you down for the vehicle, they will ask you to trek, so that you don't return back in a body bag. In most cases, the body bags are not even available. This is it. To me, there is nothing wrong in this advice. But when it now leaked, the first thing the NYSC was to do is to deny it. Say nothing like that came from us. Is that not the pattern of all Nigeria's institutions? Since we have people lying as name that leads information in Nigeria, what else shall we not expect?
Well, Guru, if that information was put in the NYSC Security Awareness Education Handbook, isn't that entrenching the helplessness of the citizens against the people who are perpetrating this evil act?
Sorry, what is the opposite of helplessness? Because you use the question now, is that not the helplessness of?
Yes, that not.
What's the opposite of helplessness? I don't know how to read English.
Helpfulness.
Helpfulness.
Or presence of help.
Okay, presence of help. So, why is your help in the issue of this kidnapping in Nigeria?
Well, the NYSC is supposed to be flying the flag of the fact that we have security personnel.
Were policemen not kidnapped the other day? Were they not?
Well,
the authority not go there to negotiate. They will come back to tell you that we did not pay any ransom. So those policemen, those police officers, they just walk away. Among them, assistant commissioner of police, they just walk into the forest, drank tea, say hello, bismillah with them, and they walked out. So where is the helpfulness? If your helplessness is the opposite presence of help, where is the help? Our military not be kidnapped.
Oh, they are.
Did they break? Did they break? Did they not break into the National Defense Academy and did what they loved? And when this was becoming too much embarrassment, the government coined the name now that unknown gunmen. No, why is the help of the citizen? Or is it because they tell you at the point the government said we are no more paying ransom? It means they were paying ransom to a point. 2 days ago, the police commissioner of police, in charge of public relations affairs for the police, for the Nigeria police, Frank Uba, was parading some arrested whom he mentioned as the kickpins of kidnappers that kidnapped over 100 children of Baptist Bethel School in and they asked the man, how much did you collect for this? The leader said 100,000 naira. Then I told myself, my wife was the first person to shout, who therefore will collect the money? Oh, because they were releasing them batch by batch. And the batch by batch was according to the payment made by the parents. So when they paid over or close to, no, over 100 million or close to 100, over 100 million, and the gang leader got only 100,000. Aha! It is now an evidence that the negotiators, not from the parents side, the kidnappers, the security agencies that are taking them to the forest and bringing them back safely, there are people having lion's share of it than the de facto leaders. Because when I heard, my wife was the first to shout, say, my husband, can you hear this? 100,000 of the millions, therefore, who is taking the highest share? So you ask a question, Adu. I'm rounding up this story now. I know you. I know your book. I know your book. I don't know anything. That for the National Youth Service Corps brochure to admit that, does that not show the helplessness? After you, thank God, you introduce the meaning of to be helpful is the opposite of helplessness or presence of help. I ask you the question, you are just smiling at me now. Where is the help in the life of the Nigerian citizen as far as this kidnapping and co? These people that could stop train. This Abuja Kaduna. Why did they roof? What did they do? He went to withdraw his children from the school. Only God knows where he put them now, whether he has taken them to Afghanistan. If they were to be helped, will he run to go and put his children from school? Let any governor waka fele, boy, our boys want you ni mubale. Zulum said the other day, when they said it was Boko Haram that attacked, he said the precision and everything that he must have been attacked by military. Zulum. How many times have they made for his life now? 2 times. Yeah? Only citizens, too few in Nigeria. Buhari is one of those that enjoy that immunity. Thank God the immunity of Nigeria covers him well. And covers another person we know. Who is always on the helpful side. That is Ahmad Abubakar Gumi. Doctor, military officer, retired. Cleric. Who could go in, dash in there and call them, what do we do? Okay, what is happening here? Maybe they are discuss about cash. I don't know. I'm not saying they discuss, but he goes there. Freedom into the bush. Yes. But how many other Nigerians do? This is your grammar of helplessness. I don't understand it. You made me to close this chapter. National Youth Service Corps now say it is a lie, but now vote. What do you call that? They are admitting it. And they say, yes, one of our book contained that. But there are many various publications. Is it the various? What you said, there is nothing bad. Why can't you admit it? Because you are commanded by Brigadier General. Let the Brigadier General waka, boya woni mubale. Let the Brigadier General just take one kabu from Abuja to Kaduna. Let him Abuja Kaduna is 2 hours. Very, very short time. And let him fly 3 times a day and 3 times in a week. Had that one of these. Had that one boys who need mobile. Hey, those boys. The instrument that made them to be had established them so famously that the instrument is now running away from them.
So it's interesting. The president was very bold to say we are making progress in tackling.
That is why I did not waste time on that topic. I give that to Nigeria. And I told Nigeria the authority you have to evaluate the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You employed him. He's your employee. If it's late to work, query him. You have the legal rights. The Constitution of Nigeria backs you up. Without your vote, he wouldn't have been there. He who pays the piper determines the tone. So query him. So the president says so in the United Nations Organization. The president's statement reminds me of another. Please, I'm not delving into historical perspective, but it reminds me of a historical build-up at the time. Abacha was head of state, military head of state for Nigeria, and Abacha was doing everything. Abacha cap was metaphoring from the cap of the military cap to
the civilian.
To civilian, Gefila of the Yoruba, the Malab Corp, and others were changing. Of course, Bola Ige moved backwards, stepped forward, and have a look and said he was seeing 5 leprous fingers of the 5 political parties that Abacha brought out to do. Then Pope John
Paul?
Yeah, John Paul, yeah?
Yeah, John Paul.
Okay, let's just say Pope John was visiting Nigeria. Among the few countries of the world that he selected to visit. And of course, Abacha went to receive him at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. You know, Abacha's symbol was that dark goggle. Because he wouldn't want to read his face and see, probably anticipate. It is a difficulty to read the face of a Kaluri man. One thing that makes the Kaluri quite differently in this world, make Kaluri with the German almost similar, is the ability to endure harsh weather.
It was Pope John Paul.
Pope John Paul. Now, Abacha with his dark goggle was there. Then that day I saw Abacha coming to receive the Pope all in black. Abacha wore black all through. That didn't give a good sign for those who are initiated. The Pope will come in white. Man of God, God should be symbolized in white. Why are you wearing black? And Abacha received the man, and Abacha was now lecturing the man how Nigeria is one country in the world, number one country in the world that freedom of speech, liberty to individual is respected more than any other thing. No arbitrary arrest, no body, no detention, no nothing. Hey! As he was talking, those of us who were watching that, they say, hey, how can a man open his mouth be telling a man of God this type of lies? That was Abacha. My president did not tell you lies, but he spoke at the United Nations Organization in 76th Assembly, General Assembly. Why don't you read all through and evaluate him, give him a pass mark, because you are he went there to represent you and I. He went there to represent us. If he spoke well, we spoke well. If he did not speak well, we did not speak well. So why don't you? So that because you are referring what he said to this pamphlet of what's the time now? Okay. Let me still try to do one more justice, because we have
two more menu to go. Two more stories on the menu to go.
Okay. We shut borders to eat what we grow. Cause smuggling. Buhari tells the Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, at a corner talk in the United Nations Organization in New York. I did understand, one, that border was shut more on the advice of the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Custom Services. And at the end of the day, what did we get? We got nothing profitable to Nigeria out of it. Let us not deceive ourselves. During the time that the place was shut was when the House of Representative member that was elected from a constituency in Katsina State stood very boldly and showed to the National Assembly, to the House of Representatives, how smuggling of rice was going unabated in Katsina between...
Well, the president said curb smuggling, so maybe he was not talking about smuggling of rice.
Okay.
Maybe it's another kind of smuggling.
Another kind of smuggling. And that became the time. Only Mr. President asked a question. The borders are closed. How are these light weapons infiltrating into Nigeria?
Wow. Guru, remember the story we talked about? The camels were coming in the north.
Hey, so Mr. President, that is not true. And while the borders were closed, there was a typical partial action of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can never be justified forever and ever. Was the border not open to 3 big companies in Nigeria, taking their goods out, bringing whatever they want to bring in? Please, Nigerians, go and check it out. You want me to mention them to you? The guru did not know anything about it. So what did we achieve? Nothing. Instead, we make cost of doing business escalated. The president, there's one of these executive order for the ports, ease of doing business. I brought to this studio once a very seasoned old man.
Yeah, I remember.
Otuba Kunle Folarin, the last African standing in the maritime world. He lectures over at his age, 80-something. He lectures over, as we are talking, he's in one foreign land now. He lectures over 10 universities spread all over the world, maritime. He's the last Africa standing on the maritime world. I stand up for Kunle Folarin. Sir, I respect you at what time. He said, probably what we signed was ease of doing business, but we refuse to sign cost of doing business in the ports. Nigerian ports are the costliest in the whole world as we speak. Republic of Benin saw what we could not achieve, created 4 berths for Nigeria cargo in the Republic of Benin. And rice was being ferried by Okada Each Okada carries 6 bags, each at 1,000 naira at border post to customs. 1,000 naira per bag, 6,000 naira for Okada to customs. And once you pay there, you are given something that identifies you all through Badagry Express Road into Lagos. There are warehouses they go to. Don't we know this? Who do they want to deceive? Those containers loaded with rifles and ammunition that were arrested somewhere between Ibafo and Maitu there. Where were they moved from? Was it not the Tinkan Port? They came out of Tinkan Port. Who released them? Maybe this will quickly ferry us to the greatest scanner fraud against Nigeria. How many of those scanners have been bought by on the authority of the Ikubet Comptroller General of Customs? Do they work? So, Mr. President, when you close down your borders, you merely increase cost of doing business, nothing achievable. So what? So we can see food to eat. Was it the rice that you met at 8,000 naira, which is not 20-something thousand naira, that is the benefit? Tell me the benefit now.
Perhaps that's why Mr. Femi Adesina told us that the president was going to lecture teach other world leaders.
After he has lectured now. That's why I'm asking Nigeria. Pick his paper, evaluate it, and give him mark. Because we cannot wait for Adesina again. Because Adesina has spoken his word, he has gone into the dark room. Sorry, he has gone into the room, not dark room. He's not a photographer that goes into the dark room to develop. I do. Hey. With Osibajo Zulum ticket, APC would win election before. All right, let us go there. That is number 5. Let me just finish this. Is it that somebody's against me? That every day I will be able to finish this? No, I will finish it too. I will reduce the time call, and maybe, but to miss the this thing of today is bad. The person who spoke is Dr. Garus Gololo has advised the party to feed Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State for an overwhelming victory. And he said that if the APC can feed Bisi Osinbajo, Yemi Osinbajo, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, as the presidential candidate, and vice presidential candidate is Babagana Zulum, the current governor of, that before 12 midday, that the election will be clear that APC is winning. Sentimentally, I try to agree with him because he gave description of Bisi Osinbajo.
Yemi Osinbajo.
I mean, sorry, why am I calling Bisi? The Bisi I knew from Ogun State is not, his surname is not Osinbajo. Bisi, is it Adibajo or be what? Onobajo. Bisi Onobajo. Alias. Do you know his writing name? But I think 2 of us belong to the same generation. I went to the youth generation.
We are in the youth generation.
Ayeko, that was his pen name in the Tribune of those days.
That's the parrot.
Yes, parrot. Ayeko, BC. Now, but this is Yemi Osinbajo. He gave good, said quiet, very loyal to the president, a party man to the core, a man who look at him and be very, very judicious in whatever. All these attributes are very, very correct. Even one governor said just about 2 weeks ago that he is always very surprised and have been attracted by capability of this man to listen attentively to everyone discussing. He's never tired of listening. And those who listen well, when they give verdict, all things being equal, they are supposed to give good verdict. So, of course, Babagana Zulum has proved within the last 3 years that he has been governor, has proved emeritusly that he is not a man that will just step aside. He has a vision. He wants to work with his vision. He's never deterred. If you are bringing obstacles, he's a man who believes he could rise over obstacles to make sure that the vision he created in the beginning is brought to a conclusive end. So what else do you need? And of course, he has shown to be detribalized. Bisi Osinbajo, Yemi Osinbajo. Nobody can accuse him of being tribalistic, of being
nepotistic.
What again?
Playing favoritism.
Favoritism. I do give them grammar. Nobody. But towards the tail word of the man, this is what he said. In politics, what you do when you want votes is to consult with people, dialogue, and negotiate with them. For now, who are you fighting for? You can't fight for Tinubu because already he is aged. He is already in UK hospital. Do you want to be going back to London as we are going? We cannot take that in again. We are okay. His evaluation here to some extent is right too. But when he said you want to be visiting London, not because of Ole Bola Tinubu, have we not visited London and not for Buhari? Thank God that God eventually cured him. And the man is looking younger now, younger on a daily basis, and stronger. I praise God for your life, Buhari. So to this evaluation is okay. Then he now said, I can vote Osinbajo direct because he is a person of integrity, he's loyal to the president, he can do anything you think of, and it's not biased. When he speaks anywhere, he represents Nigeria. Not ethnic or parochial view. I respect him and can go for him. Then he said this. If Osinbajo is getting with Zulu before 12 o'clock, I said that before, then he said something. He said, I am solidly behind them. I am from the north. If you watch very well, the governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu, said if the party fails to zone the presidency to the southwest, there will be no APC in 2023 in Nigeria. I'm not too sure if Akeredolu said this much, but let us concede to Garus Golololo whether it is true. This is the same person. Is he talking of Akeredolu now? Saying this is the same person, a city governor who could not deliver his state to the president in 2019, a city governor who was defeated by PDP, and you are making this type of statement. If PDP defeated him, then PDP would be government in Ondo State. His criticism is becoming deeper and is now becoming suspicious. But listen to this. He just entered politics by chance because he has no background. I'm talking of Dr. Galu, still talking of Akeredolu. Otherwise, he has no business in politics. Some of his utterances don't make sense in politics. Party is supreme, no matter what. What matters in politics is whether you can deliver your word. You cannot deliver your state as a city governor. And you are saying there must be zone to who? Mm-hmm. Let's come to the real critical thing. Left for people like him, Buhari would have lost the 2019 election. Already we know where we are going. We have the votes. Nobody can intimidate us using zoning. We have the votes and you have yours. Let's go to the poll. We are not fighting. Votes will determine who we simply. Oh, at a point which I forgot I didn't mention. He said that Akeredolu was the man who signed anti-open grazing district. That by signing that, he has signed everything good out. And that they will not be part of it. That they will sign in what they want because they have the vote and they have this and that. So, who is Dr. Galus? Golololo. All right. For your information, listener, Dr. Garus Golololo is the coordinator of the Benue State chapter of the Meyete Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Nigeria, Magwan. It was the same Dr. Garus Golololo that said the following on August 23, 2018 against the president of the Nigeria Senate, of the Nigeria Senate. We are saying that Saraki ought not to be in office. Again, a senior president, more so. Saraki has failed to coordinate and organize the National Assembly to offer quality legislation that Nigerians need. Golololo was quoted as saying. Nigerians are in dire need of people that have the interest of the masses. Mayete Allah is looking for a leader that would preside over the affairs of the Senate with ultimate respect for the executive and the judiciary, not someone like Senator Saraki that would always keen to outdo the presidency. You can see here on that day, August 23rd, 2018, Dr. Garus Golololo was speaking on behalf of Mayete Allah, whom he mistakenly thought had become the president and everything of the Nigeria, who he mistakenly thought is running the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On February 5, 2021, Dr. Garus Golololo called on President Muhammad Buhari-led federal government to intervene and stop the killing of herdsmen in Benue State and other parts of the country, as he alleged that Fulani herdsmen are just being killed around Nigeria, which was a terrible word. We should not forget, it is this Dr. Garus Golololo that made the statement that the mistake of not getting Sam or Tom gone down was a precision of operation, as the man who held the gun probably pulled the trigger a second later, and that it was the full lamp that he took responsibility, that full lamp went after the life of Otom. Until today, the federal government could not arrest him. So if this is the same Garus Golololo that is talking now, please, Nigerians, it doesn't matter that you have taken your breakfast or not. Run away from him. Because this man will prefer, rather, the government of the Mayete Allah group or the cattle rearer, the Magban, should be the one heading Nigeria government. In a few years ago, there were 6 million, but an Hausa group just told us recently they have metamorphosed to become 40 million. But you know the person now. You know now, Dr. Garus Golololo. But I'm not saying that Dr. Garus is speaking garrulously. I did this also. I do. Please, give them grammar. Open the line for my people, and let's be silly.
All right, so like I mentioned at the start of the show, you can join us on WhatsApp, and that's where we'll start from this morning. Chike from Makute says, good morning, Adu and the Guru. The North can't eat its cake and have it. At the same time, they've been implementing some strange laws in their region, but the issue of anti-grazing and VATs came up. The South is now being vilified. My advice is, as they hold their Northern Governors Forum today, fashion ways to generate funds internally for individual states and stop blowing hot air over insanities. As for Wike, it's not news that ABC wants to rig. News is PDP better? Finally, PMB's address to UN didn't address doctor strike or hidden bags of noodles and rice during first wave of COVID-19. What did he say exactly? And by the way, thank you, Chike, for the birthday wishes to me. Appreciate it. Still on WhatsApp. This is coming in from Clement saying, Adu, happy birthday, thank you. And also Femi from Ilorin is saying the same thing. Appreciate you all, as well as Mr. Adekoya. Now, Onyemeri from Ikeja says, happy birthday, Adu. And, he goes on to say prayer. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Still on WhatsApp. Good morning. Ohanieze thanked Buhari for appointing Ararume and Okadigbo. And I do not understand why Ohanieze is bringing themselves down by thanking Buhari for appointing Igbo persons in his government. And how many times have Hausa or Fulani people thanked Buhari for appointing people from his part of the country in government? Nigeria is real giant of Africa in the area of corruption and population. Leo is the one who made that statement.
Yeah. Thank you, Leo.
Razak from Honslow says, good morning, Adu and Guru. Yes, Professor Yemi Osibajo is right. Nigeria is a shining star in Africa by going to America to share money to non-Nigerians to protest on behalf of the clueless government of Buhari. The counter-protest.
Yes. I watched it. They were just laughing. Go ahead, please.
I needed to take a break, Guru. Just like a brief pause. Just think about it. Ejike says, so all this was done in Jonathan's government, and the APC people still have the boldness to say that they're still reaping what the last government has damaged on end. Now, wow.
That's why you always benefit from historical perspective.
Fatai says, good morning, Adu and Guru. On what Mr. Godwin asked today on historical perspective on Jonathan, we cannot all sleep and put our head in the same direction. Mr. Godwin should tell us what Nigerians generated on oil when Jonathan was the president to answer his question on the 6 questions he raised. Despite the huge funds generated, no infrastructures. And they even borrowed to pay salaries, according to Dr. Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala. Any analysis without facts is dangerous. Simple secondary school economics will answer 4 out of his 6 questions. And that is what Fatai is saying.
No problem. Thank you very much for your opinion, which you are entitled to. And I'm entitled to my opinion. And let the wider listeners judge us both. Thank you very much, all the same. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. One more from WhatsApp before we go to the phone lines. Adegoiga says, let us go back to the system that was working for us as a people, as regions and as a nation before now. This Hundi democracy we are laying claims to isn't working, and it will never work. Nigeria will be great again when we are able to sit down and map out how we want to be governed as people and as regions and as a nation. Let us determine how the resources underneath the ground in each region will be used for growth and development of that region. Let us go back to the days where there was peaceful competitiveness or peaceful competition among the different regions. That growth and development that makes the West, East and North unique, that is when Nigeria will be great again.
Thank you very much. Go to the phone lines, please.
0809-234-5913 and 0809-191-3913. Turn off your radio, please, and call us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Peter.
How are you, sir? Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Peter. Go ahead straight.
Please, allow me to put these 3 people in the same category. Golololo, the Vice President, and Mr. President on their comments. How can you tell United Nations that you are making progress in fighting insurgency? Mm-hmm. And we discovered that when Chibok girls were abducted, Jonathan sent us about 1 year before he visited government. Now Buhari has stayed close to 7 years, and we've not seen our Chibok girls. And more number of students have been kidnapped. He says it's making progress. Is it negative progress or positive progress? Then for the Vice President that said we are still shining stars, I want to believe that it's just being sarcastic. It's not serious. Mm-hmm. And then Golololo, you need a president that will protect the killers in our family, the rapists? No, we've gone beyond that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning, Nadu. Good morning, Guru.
Good morning. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
It's M.I. from Makoka. Happy birthday, Nadu.
Thank you very much, M.I. Appreciate it.
Quickly about the president's speech. The first thing you must acknowledge, Femi Adesina should come and tell us that why is it the president's style not to address Nigerians, but it's his style to address foreigners. Every time you have to analyze the president's speech, it's the speech he gave from abroad. Yet you are the one that queued in the sun to vote for him. That's number one. Now, the analysis of what the president said. You see, in my village, they said that how we know a stranger is a person that cannot tell the difference between vegetable soup and the soup that was sacrificed to the gods. There's a difference. The strangers that will believe Buhari, we that are living in Nigeria don't believe him. You can tell that to UN. But the stranger does not know the difference between vegetable soup and that one that's sacrificed to the gods. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, good morning.
The Guru, I greet you, sir.
I salute you.
Good morning, Uche.
Yes, how do I greet you?
We should be fast because I know you are lost in proper traffic.
The Guru, very quickly. You see, I'm disappointed in the UN this morning. You know, when this story about the Nigerian president coming to address them, like I said the last time, I thought it was just, you know, as part of their side attraction or relaxation. But for the UN, a body of that magnitude, to allow a joker to come and speak to them, let me ask them a question. This so-called UN, made up of different countries, don't they have embassies and their ambassadors here in Nigeria to give them the true picture of things? Don't they have high commissions, ambassadors, diplomats who reside here in Nigeria, who know how bad things are here, to give them the detailed report?
and they sat down, listened to a joker, a comedian of poor quality.
Okay.
It's a shame on them.
All right, Tushi.
Thank
you very much. But let me correct something quickly. The United Nations Organization is not a so-called, it is a United Nations Organization. 2, Nigeria is invited to give this speech because Nigeria is a nation admitted into the United Nations Organization many, many years ago, back to 1960, and it remains one of the functional countries. And Nigeria had played very major great roles in the functionality output of the United Nations Organization. So whoever is the president at the time of the assembly must come and give speech. And it is not the duty of the United Nations Organization to control what you would see. It's part of the liberties of the press. But thank you very much, Uche. Face your Apapa traffic. I pray God that will be busy for you this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank God, Ogadu.
Today, good morning to you.
This is that the Guru will not finish me this morning.
Go ahead, sir.
That the Guru, go back, Janosi Kaduna, go back, Janosi Kaba, go ask some story from Nigeria. Somebody be one that can try. Keep that in me, like Mohammed, go not try. Go out from Nigeria. These people, they keep on deceiving people. They thought we are not in this country. That the Guru, you always maintain that this country should not divide.
Yes.
But look at the statement of Sanusi. This is what this man said. He said, you people are not educating these people, and they will become problem tomorrow in the country. Look at the profile you made, that if you refuse to educate your people, your children, it will become a problem of future. Look at school are being closed down. People cannot go to school. Look at them everywhere, riding on car. In fact, in the traffic, you will see them, a grown-up woman, carry like 2 babies with herself on the traffic, begging money. Upon that, they will not stop. And if you are talking to them, somebody told me from the north, he said it's only you people from the south. They are talking about a family planning. He said you people should go and think of yourself. If you want to meet up to their standard of population, he said if you continue like that, we are going to serve the north forever. Please don't want to continue like this. Thank you, sir.
God bless you. You see, on that you said now the fifth practical theory of jihad is the principle of jihad by the womb. Womb. W-O-M-B. Please, Nigeria should research into it and know what that stands for. In the fifth principle of jihad is.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Prince Wise.
The birthday, Bobo.
Thank you, Prince
You know,
Wise.
say my cake.
Prince Wise, if you come to our studio, you get your cake.
Okay, tell Guru to wait for me. I will be there. If you invited me today. Okay, another note. Guru.
Yes, sir.
You see, Nigeria is a great country. It still remains a great country.
Yes.
You see all those company running to Ghana? It is we Nigeria that will run the company down. Me and you. Because our problem today is corruption. If we do away with corruption in this country, everything get better. I said it this morning with my dear Adu. I'm telling you, I study Nigeria, I know Nigeria. If we all of us don't corrupt in this country, Nigeria will get better. But talk about education. Even though as we are talking today, can we, even though the start with it, can we feed ourselves?
So, Prince Wise, sorry, I have to cut off because it is now 11:01. It is not our culture to deliberately take time like that. I think I work with that. Maybe I was carried away because my birthday mate, my age group, is doing his birthday. So, my apology, Prince Wise. You know, we hold you to high esteem. So, but then we just have to draw the curtain, but not without saying this. Next week, Monday, by the grace of God, by the special grace of God, is going to be a very great day at Lagos Talks 91.3 FM, the segment of Adu and the Guru, because that day, the Guru is launching what they call Friends of the Guru. I had said it before, and let me repeat it again. Dan Ladi will come in to represent the northern interest, Adegboyega will come in. Adedeji Adegboyega will come in to represent the Yoruba, the Southwest interest. Mrs. Shinyere Elisha will come in to represent the interests of Ndigbo. Ado Ayeni will come in to represent the interests of minorities in Nigeria, because we have the same parents. Nobody can drag my brother away from me. So he's representing our interests, the minority. But then I am bringing in, by the grace of God, we have discussed and it has been accepted, the newly appointed Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Ibiyemi Etakibuebu. She will be in the studio here with me that day by 9 a.m. And from here, she will cross over to her university to go and do things. In fact, whichever place we are, please, I want you to help me thank the woman. Because as of Thursday last week, she was booked to be with the NYSC in a special meeting in Abuja on that Monday by 10 o'clock in the morning. But when we spoke again, she had to call the NYSC, she had to send the representative, the delegate there, that the meeting should be shifted, please. So she's the one shifting that meeting so as to give us audience. For that respect, God will always honor her. Professor Ibiyemi Etakibuebu. And I am not too sure now if one national chairman, not of the political parties, but of one of the most strategic agencies in Nigeria, will not join her to officially launch Friends of the Guru. But of course, you have opportunity to talk to the woman, ask her questions. Because one thing I will not do next week Monday is that no menu, nothing to discuss, but the issues involved. So all of you be prepared. And who is the Friends of the Guru? The Friends of the Guru are those who voluntarily become Friends of the Guru by offering to donate 1,000 naira per month to an account that will be nominated, and that account will help to progressively move the works of the Guru to higher heights. It is 1,000 naira per month. It is something that nobody can complain is too much for me. So, Prince YS, I know you will lead the people from Amu of his zone, even Lagos zone, since you may soon become governor of Lagos State, to come and do this job. That is the work of, and it's going to be on WhatsApp and Telegram, but very shortly we will migrate from WhatsApp to Telegram. These are the information. You can follow the Guru on Facebook, Godwin Etakibuebu, or follow the page created on Facebook, which is Vetra column, V, capital letter V of the Vetra, capital letter C of the column. And of course, go to my website. And the greater the services of today is inability of us. If you are welcome, I've been expecting you. Thank you for your endurance and patience. If you are welcome. How are you today, by the way? Let the people hear your voice. Ify, how are you today? Fine. Okay. Now, the greatest disadvantage is inability to bring the knowledge drop box. I promise you that by 1,500 hours of today, the revelation concerning that one I will put out. By 1,500 hours of tomorrow, the knowledge drop box of today. How the customs, Nigeria businessmen and everything have been duping Nigeria on scanners that will never come alive. They will travel out of Nigeria to import scanners, and it will be dead scanners. They will bring them. The third day after installation, pay money of services and training, everything will go. We have lost close to $1 billion. And there is no scanner in the ports as we talk, either border ports area or the seaports. So I will give this out on my website, www.godwintheguru.com. Now that I've gone 6 minutes off, I want every person to help me to thank Ify for her endurance. Ify, thank you very, very much for the liberty.
I understand the sound of money.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem.
The sound of dollars.
And now these days I've been moved. I don't deal in Naira anymore. All right. On that, Adu, thank you very much for a good job. Prince Louis, thank you very much. We always appreciate you. Let all of us get prepared for next week Monday, because it's going to be one day that may not come too easily in the lifestyle of Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. By the grace of God. I have announced it. I will tell you. I will brief you. So until next week Monday, please keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.